Hi everybody, and thank you for joining me. Today's workout, we have strength on the menu. So I need you to grab a set of lighter dumbbells, put them off to the side, and join me for your warm-up. So I want to start today by establishing a nice, strong frame. Stand tall, long spine, shoulders open. And I want you to just roll those shoulders back. Now, as you're doing this, I want you to feel the muscles through your back, near your spine, really starting to wake up to move those shoulders. And let's go the other way. Lifting and then bringing them forward. Good, drop that down. I'm gonna do a little twist. I'm gonna let my hip come over here, and then I'm gonna lift my other heel to bring my hip in the other direction. Now, as you get a feel for this, let it twist a little bit more through that spine. Just kind of working on a little bit of mobility before we pick up our weights. One more on each side here, and resetting back to that strong posture. I want you to take your hand and I want you to scoop forward, up overhead, and down. Scoop. And I want you to think about all those muscles in your arms as if they're scooping through mud. So you have to work through that resistance. Telling everything to wake up. Let's get going. Scoop and reset. Now we're gonna add a little bit of leg action to it. I want you to put one heel forward, and this time when you scoop, you're gonna hinge a little. Scoop, and you should feel the backside of the leg joining the party. One more on each side here. Good, reset nice and tall. Let's just bring it to a march. As you're marching, you're working on setting that core. So try not to let it be kind of an easy walk. I want you to get really strong and lift. You're gonna feel your core, your hip flexors, all starting to get a little warm. And that's what we want. Good, we're gonna take this movement and we're gonna make it in an outward motion. Really anchor in here and allow that leg to come up and out. Doesn't have to be a big range of motion. Good, one more each side. Very good. Give everything a little shake right here. I want you to plant your feet so that they're just slightly wider than hip width apart, and I want you to have an easy squat. This is not a big movement. We are just getting our hips, knees, and ankles to start to work together in that squat movement. Because, spoiler, we've got some squats in today's workout. I want you to give me one more here, and then stand up tall and march it out. Okay, 30 seconds till we start the bulk of our strength training. So we are going to work for a minute, and then I'm gonna give you a 30-second rest. So I need you to grab your weights. Bend your knees to pick those up. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to bring our weights up towards our shoulders. Remember I said we'd have some squats to work on? Yeah, these are fun squats. I need you to get down here and stay here with me. Come on down, squat. Now, it's time to move. I want you to come 3 steps to this side. And now I want you to use your legs to help drive your weights overhead. Go the other way. 1, 2, 3, use those legs to drive overhead. Sink it back down. 1, 2, 3, and drive. Now look, go at your own pace. You've got a minute on the clock to do what you can. If you find this is manageable, I need you to sink it down a little lower. If you're finding this squat tough, that's okay. Come up a little higher. Just have a slight bend in the knee, but still use those legs to drive overhead. Find your range of motion and work through it. You've got under 10 seconds left. A break is coming. Good. You can set those down if you want to. Shake everything out. We are gonna use both of them for the next exercise also. We have a bent over row. It's a little bit of a tricep extension thrown in. It's gonna look like this. I'm gonna hinge at the hips. I'm gonna pull my elbows behind, and I'm gonna do that. But on the third one, I'm gonna extend back behind me. 3 rows. The third one has an extension. You ready? Here we go. Hinge forward. Pull the elbows back. I am squeezing between my shoulder blades when I'm at this elevated point. And right here, backside of my arm is working. So keep that going. Squeeze, squeeze. And on that third one, throw in that extension. Good. Try to keep those elbows tracking close to the body. Don't let them escape out here. Pull them in. They graze the side of the rib before that extension. Squeezing that upper back. Squeezing the glutes to keep you in this bent over position. And breathing. Of course, we're all breathing this. 10 seconds here. Another break is coming. 3, 2, 1. Set them down if you want. Shake it out. We are going back. This time, I've got some alternating lunges to do. And on that third lunge, we're gonna throw in a bicep curl. This is what it looks like. You're gonna have a nice long frame. Arms are along the side. You're gonna go 1, 2. On this third one, I need you to throw in a little hammer curl. Pick up those weights, reset the body. Here we go. Lunge, lunge. On this one, stay there and curl. Now again, go at your own pace. Always on that third lunge, we're gonna curl. Now try to make that curl a little slower. Try not to use momentum. We want that bicep to do all the work. Nice long frame. Don't look down at your toes. I want you to look ahead of you. Look what happens when I start looking at my toes. I start to curl forward. And we want that long, strong back. Only 10 seconds left. Set them down. Shake it out. One more exercise for this block. But we're gonna go to our shoulders. So you're gonna have a bent arm. I'm gonna have both my weights in my hand again. Neutral, bent arm. So my wrists are nice and neutral. Take a look. We're gonna do this. 1, 2. Can you guess what happens on 3? You knew something was coming, right? Pick up your weights. Long spine. Here we go. Bent arm lift. On that third one, I need you to brace before you extend. You got it. Again, go at your own pace. And if this is a little too intense, you can do one arm at a time. It looks like this. Just work on that one side. You got it. What's your posture looking like? Is it getting tired? Reset, you've got this. Engage that back. You've only got 15 seconds left. Do what you can. Keeping that tall posture. We're close to a rest. 3, 2, 1. Give that a shake out. Okay, good news. We're gonna do those same 4 exercises. Even better news, shorter interval. We've only got 45 seconds of work. Even better news is we have a 15-second rest instead of a 30 rest. I think that's good news. I don't really know. Grab your weights. We're gonna start with those walking squats again. So I need you to bring your weights up. Tighten up that core, sink it down. 3 walking squats. Once you get here, your overhead press. Remember, range of motion is up to you. If you're feeling fairly good, I need you to get a little lower and drive up overhead. Or stay in that shallower range of motion and focus on a nice quick upward overhead. All right? You got options. You choose where you need to go. Go at your own pace. Work in your own range of motion. A break is coming. 3, 2, 1. 15 seconds, and we move right along. Bent over row. Remember, this one right here, where we've got that extension. I need you to roll your shoulders. Stand tall. Hinge forward, and here's that row. 3, 2, 1. Extend. Notice when I do the extension, I'm keeping my elbow quite high. I am squeezing right here before I extend. Try that. Slow it right down. Focus on that form and squeeze before you extend. Long spine. I know we're getting tired and our spine wants to do this. I need you to reset. Stay long. We're almost there. Shake it out. Okay, back lunges. Remember, every third lunge, you're gonna do that nice hammer curl, but we're not gonna let momentum take over. This is slow and controlled. You ready? Lunge it back. You've got 3 alternating lunges, and right here is that curl. Make sure when you do that curl that you're not allowing your body to come towards your hands. We want to make sure that bicep is really isolated to curl and reset. Choose your range of motion. Make it a little shallower if your legs are feeling a little tired. But if you're feeling pretty good about yourself, that means you've got more in the tank. You can get a little lower. We've got this. Rest. Shake it out. Okay. We're gonna go with that bent arm shoulder raise with the extension. Remember, you can do it single-sided or double. You ready? Bent arm, lift, lift. Here's number 3, lift and extend. One side, if you want to. You might find when you do this single-sided work that your core reacts a little differently because it has to balance you out. Keep that tall frame and try to keep that elbow in line with the shoulder. Doesn't need to come up too high. Right in line with the shoulder. 3, 2, 1. Okay, set those down. Shake it out. Because good news, block 1 is done. We're gonna take a little extra reset time here, so let everything go. You've got 30 seconds. Grab some water, and we're gonna get into our next block. We only need 1 of the weights, so you can set the other aside. We're gonna go back into our squats, but this time our squat is a static hold. So you're gonna get lower into the hips and you're gonna extend your weight in front of you. Here's the fun part. Once you've extended, you're gonna go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Join me, here we go. Squat, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand it up. Now go at your own pace. Once you get it out front, you're gonna tilt like you're steering a car 8 times before you stand up. Get low. You're gonna feel this in your back, in your legs, and in your core. So take your time getting there and then move. We're using our hips to counterbalance that extension out front. So try not to let it come here. Stay strong. Anybody else's shoulders starting to burn? I know this is not easy. It's a lot harder than it looks. Do what you can. 3, 2, 1, let that go. Nice work. This is not an easy exercise. We're gonna start working arms again. So take a look. Hold this in front. You're gonna press up, back, up, and down. All right, so shake everything out. You've got some time. Let it go and get ready to reset the body. So I want you to stand tall. Hold your weight in both hands. Bring it right here. Drive up, back, up, and down. Go again. Up, back, up, and down. Now a few things as we're going through this. Try not to lean back. Don't look up. Keep your gaze straight in front of you and only extend as far as you can without allowing that tilt to happen. Once you've mastered that, your next task is to not let your elbows flare out here. Your elbows should be pointing forward. So we drive up, back, up, and down, keeping those elbows pulled together. Back side of the arm is working to keep that nice form. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, shake that out. Okay, good news. We're gonna hold the weight a little closer to our body, which is gonna take the stress off that upper back. So you're gonna have it nice and close. From here, we're gonna step wide and squat, step narrow and squat. Wide, narrow, wide, narrow. You choose your range of motion. Start in a shallow range of motion and work towards a bigger range of motion. Let's step it out wide, sink it down, step it in narrow, sink it down. Now my hips, when I do these squats, are coming back behind. And when I come narrow, the same thing applies. My hips drive back behind me. That'll give you a nice range of motion, but it will also take some pressure off of your knees. So you should feel your full foot pushing through the floor as you stand. It shouldn't feel like you're more on your toes. It should feel like your full foot is working. And keep moving through your range of motion. If there's a little voice in your head that is telling you that you can maybe extend your range of motion, I want you to try. Work that little bit outside your comfort zone. 3, 2, 1. Okay, back to another tough one. Not gonna lie, simple move, but it's not easy. This is what it is. I want you to plant your feet, tighten your core. You're gonna take your weight and you're gonna lift and lower. But on that third one, I want you to pause and slowly lower down. Take as much time as you can to lower. You ready? Plant your feet, lift and lower. And I want you to talk to the muscles in your back. And I want you to tell them to hold. Keep everything strong as you lower that weight down. This is not just my shoulders doing the work. I'm asking this part of my back, the outer sides of my back, to squeeze in order to control that weight on the way down. So don't let it be shoulders and let them round in right here. Do what you can for another 20 seconds. Slow that descent as much as you possibly can. And if this is feeling like a vacation, you need heavier weight. You are way stronger than you think you are. Take your time and set that weight down. Shake it out. Best news of the day. We only have one round left, 45 seconds of work, shorter rest in between, and we're done. If you're ready to join me, I need you to grab that weight one more time. Pick it up, reset that back. Squat with the tilt. Remember, these are not easy. We're gonna do our best. You ready? Squat it down, hands are forward. Tilt 8 times. 5, 6, 7, 8. Stand it up. Take your time. The slower you go, the harder this one is. Don't rush through it. And if you're feeling this a lot in your upper back, shorten your lever. Bend the arms a little, and then stand it up. Shorten the lever. This is so much tougher. So if you're feeling fatigued, bend that arm a little. Make sure that back is helping support the shoulders in this. 3, 2, 1. Oh, shake that one out. Okay, working the back side of the arm on this one. Remember, we start here. We come up, back, up, and down. No tilting back. You ready? Here we go. Squeeze those elbows toward one another, keeping the elbow pointing towards me, not the walls beside you. Squeeze it in. You got it. Try to keep it in constant movement. Try not to stop before you drop it down. Just think about down, up, and keep going through that range of motion. Squeeze those elbows. Try to give me 10 more seconds here. 3, 2, 1. Release. Nice work. Bringing it in. We're gonna hold it nice and close to the body this time, right? We're gonna give that upper back a little bit of a rest. Stepping wide, squatting it out, stepping narrow. Here we go. Remember, we're gonna try to challenge our range of motion a little bit here. Stay in control, take your time, get to the edge of that comfort zone, and then just a little bit more so that we can get the most out of our workout today. You will know when you've made gains because your squat is suddenly going to drop down that little bit lower. And you can do that. Keep it strong, trust yourself, lower down. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, amazing news. We have one exercise left. That's it. It's that front raise. On the third one, you're gonna go as slow as possible. Engage from here. You ready? Here we go. Raise and lower. That back is helping lower down, but your core, the front side of your body, squeezes to put the brakes on as you lower down. Lift and lower. My whole back, all the muscles around my spine are trying to help out my arms, are trying to stop me from rolling my shoulders in. It takes some concentration. It takes a lot of work. As slow as you possibly can. 3, 2, 1. Set that weight down and just let it go. Take a second right here. Just swing your arms and let everything go. That's it. You did it. Shake it out. Good. I need you to take a second with me right here. I'm sure you're feeling as tired as I am through the back. I want you to just let it go. Find your bad posture right here. Let it go. Now I want you to stand up. Stack your vertebrae. Stand up nice and tall. Find that athletic posture and roll your shoulders back. Feel everything releasing through your back this time. Come the other way. Awesome job. Release that down. Once again, I want you to tuck your chin and I want you to let your back go a little bit. Come down so that your hands are just around your knees and then start to stack that back up again. Standing nice and tall. Very good. Remember in the warm-up, I had you twist and release that ankle? That's where we're going right here. Allow the upper body to twist so that you can see behind you. On your next one, I want you to extend your hand and look a little further behind you. Come to that other side. Reset, forward, open up those arms, pull your hands back behind you. Open right up through the chest. And release that down. Last thing before we run off, bring that heel forward, hinge at the hip, and I want you to reach forward, nice long spine. Push your hips back behind you so you feel a nice stretch through that leg. Stand up nice and tall, other side. Stand nice and tall. Amazing posture, amazing workout. Well done, and I hope that I'm going to see you again really soon.